Welcome everyone to the first devlog of the pedal and building. If you don't know what I'm talking about, in the last video I went over all the features it's going to have. But very briefly, it's going to be a fuzz with a resonant filter and digital controls, while keeping the audio path completely analog. So what are these devlog even going to be? I've decided that I'll try to upload a video every first Monday of the month, talking about the progress made in the past weeks. So today I'm going to talk about what I did in August, and since it was mainly holiday, I'll include something I did earlier too. The first thing I did was finish the design of 3 new models for the Eurorack prototype, and start assembling them. The first one is a 2-channel mixer, with a fader to blend between the two inputs. With this switch it's possible to bypass the fader, in order to connect an external pot via this jack, so that I can hook up a digital pot to control it. The second one is a Metalix mixer. So basically just switches with resistors that can be configured to be either before or after the switches. And lastly there is this one, which is divided in two. One part contains the input and output buffers and a booster with a master volume control. The volume control, just like in the mixer, can be replaced by an external pot. The other half contains an envelope follower with an input for the sidechain that can be selected via this switch. The switch can also be replaced by a jack to control it via the microcontroller, which is also responsible for the envelope follower gain. So those are the prototypes I actually started making, but I also kept thinking about the I/O and PSU board. The problem is that the relays might require too much current. The 5V relay is rated for 200 mA, and each relay consumes 28 mA. Right now I only have 2 relays, so it should be fine. But this board is meant to be the same across all the next pedals, and I'd like to make some stereo ones too, which would need an extra relay, raising the maximum consumption to 84 mA just for the relays, which might still be fine. But it would be nice to have some extra margin, so I started considering latching relays, but I think it would be nice to have momentary ones for the bypass. That way, if anything bad happens, let's say the power supply fails, it would just bypass. I know it's a very dramatic scenario, but it might be useful. So I found another solution, which is switching from this relay to those ones, which only requires 21 mA, lowering the total consumption to just 63 mA. Maybe using momentary relays is not really an advantage, and I should just go for the latching ones, so let me know what you think makes more sense. Anyway, there's still plenty of time to make this decision. And that's all for the last month. I also worked on some not strictly related things, like sorting out my SMD components, and making a program that compares what I have in stock with the bill of materials of what I want to build, and then outputs a file with what I need to buy, that I can directly upload to Mouser. It's not done yet, but I might make a video about it since it could be useful for someone else. Before ending this video, I'd like to make a list of what I want to do in the next month. The first thing will be finishing assembling these modules, and replacing the power supply in my Eurorack case. Next I might design another module that would contain all the digital pots, but the thing I really want to focus on is the ladder filter, since I really need to make a prototype of it. That's why I bought quite some transistors. So hopefully this update was interesting, and you'd like to stick around for the next ones. Between one update and the other I might post some shorts, but it's not certain, since I want to focus on making actual progress. So see you next time. Ciao!